Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Actually, yeah, if you're alone on a Saturday night, if you got a wife or a girl, like, thank God, get the fuck out of here. Like, all right, I'm all Saturday night, she ain't here. I got paid. Woo! Oh, that's horrible. This is horrible. All right, we got a guy who needs it, and I have been hard on him. And the reason I have been hard on him is because he needs his ass kicked, because touchy-feely, mom gonna hug you and everything like that. So we got a lengthy thing. I'm gonna reread through it. It's lengthy, but this one is unique because I remember it, and so we're gonna be kindly kicking his ass, if that's possible. Hello again, your ass holiness. That's very good. Yes. I don't know if you remember me from last time, but I was the kid who was contacting you about the girl who didn't want to have sex due to vaginismus. Well, yes, vaginismus. I looked it up to refresh your memories. Vaginismus is I thought, oh, is this a physical, like a contraction, chemical, something? It's basically having sex is painful for women. And then I thought, oh, okay, was this after birth or something physical? Nope, all mental. I'm like, bullshit! Immediate bullshit. Is there one woman on the 3.5 billion women on this planet that might actually have yes, but when I hear this, and these girls, I think she's 19 or 20, when I heard about it, I'm like, nope, bullshit. Bullshit. Women may not like sex, but now they've given it a term. So they get, oh, I have this disorder. I have this thing, so you can't, and then it sprung immediately back into my mind. But when I heard it was a mental disorder, and you read through, it's like, oh, they're just not comfortable. It's like, well, that's just not comfortable having sex. That's just not being comfortable in your own skin. That's just not being ready for sex. You're not ready. Don't say it's a disorder and there's something wrong with me, so you can't have sex with me, but we can cuddle. And that almost, I think every girl I tried to date had that too when I was 19. Well, yesterday was my birthday, and at around 9 in the morning, she called to talk. Now, keep in mind, this girl was doing everything for this guy. I remember this one now. She was like cooking and cleaning and this and that, and she was trying to make up for the fact that she didn't want to have sex. I said, dude, she's mental. Get rid of her. And I think she was even on some kind of like drugs, because the hoods or the bipolars or the I don't get along wells with people and the social anxiety. There's some fucking made up disease. All you millennials believe you have it. And I said, nope, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Look out. Go find. Should Cappy have been paid $500 for that consultation? Yes. If he followed the advice, would it have been worth $500? Yes. I didn't think anything strange was going on. There was absolutely no issues going on between us. All of a sudden in the conversation, she brings up that she doesn't feel a spark in the relationship anymore. There never was a spark. I obviously panic and immediately start trying to work with her to figure out what is causing this feeling and how we can address it as a couple. I'm going to tell you what happened. By the way, another background bit, this girl's going to a different school than he is, college. What happened is she got fucked by another guy and she enjoyed it. That is what happened. I can't guarantee you this. I can't go send my drones out to get, photographic or videographic proof. I'm just going to tell you, she found a guy. That's where the quickness comes. She finds a guy, oh, I'll sleep with you. That's what it is, kid. There's a good 9. I'm 90, I could be wrong. How could you be jaded a little bit, but doesn't make me any... There's a 90% chance that's what happened. That's why you trying to work this together isn't going to work. It's not going, oh, she'll work with taking drugs and everything. But when it comes to working on a relationship, oh no. Because she found Dick. And his name may have been Richard, but I'm not saying she found a guy named Richard. She found some peni. Ooh, fresh order of peni. I'll have a gross of the peni, please. Thank you. Oh, but I still have Vaginismus. She tells me she doesn't know what is the cause and reveals to me that she has increasingly felt this way for the past 3 weeks. Okay, she's been banging a guy for 3 weeks. This would mean she started to lose interest in her boyfriend of over a year and a half, legitimately a week into her freshman year of college. No! Really? Really? I'm so sorry for kicking your ass, but this is, look, you know why guys are just cold and somber and pissed off? Because we've gone through this before. We've all gone through it. And to us old guys, we're like, look at this dopey kid who still believes what's coming out of his girlfriend's mouth. Oh, you went to another school. And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. But you can start to see, and you've gone through some bad shit right now. And I feel bad for you. But this is the forging experience that will turn you into a man. And you won't be a dopey 19-year-old kid anymore. You'll be a slightly less dopey 20-year-old kid. But then by the time you're 40, you'll be pissed off and angry with... No, you'll be very savvy. You'll be very wise. And not even 40. By the time, if you keep going the way you're going, and if you're on the internet, you read Bachelor Pad Economics, by the time you're 25, you will be the millennial equivalent to a 35-year-old Gen Xer. You will be that wise. You will know how to handle women. It won't hurt as much. It won't hurt even after a while. It just doesn't hurt. And you'll be very attuned, and you'll realize that not only was her having Vaginismus a big red flag and a deal breaker, it was a sign of something much worse, and mental problems that are costing you an inordinate amount of pain. And if you just follow some simple rules and say, hey, you don't have sex, you have the Vaginismus, the vagina snuffleupagus. I know date girls have vagina snuffleupagus. No, no, don't do that. No, I know. Told the story many times before about the girl who asked me out and said, I'm not going to date you. She said, why not? I said, because you're not going to have sex. She says, well, I'll do a lot of... Nope. No. You are... Basic rule, guys. You don't have to understand the machinations behind it or the reasoning behind it. You'll understand later on. Basic rule. If you're an adult and you're dating an adult girl, or woman, she either has sex or you kick her ass to the curb. Now, only instance that rule does not apply is if you happen to be a devout religious person, whatever religion, you're committed to not having premarital sex, and so is she, and you guys are going to grow up under Christianity or Judaism or Islam or whatever. I think all the religions kind of frown upon premarital sex, and you are both devout religious people in that religion, which is perfectly fine. All right? I know several 25-year-old virgins who are like, nope, and they're cooler men than me. For the remaining 99.9% of the population, you do not date girls that don't have sex. You just don't. I don't have to have sex that minute, but if they're like, oh, I have a thing, a mental disorder. Oh, bye, good. One, if they don't want to have sex, goodbye. Two, or it's like, whoa, you get a 10-foot pole and you push them away like that. Is what they say, I have a mental disorder that prevents me from having sex. Then it's like, nuke it from orbit. Just throw everything at him, man. It's the only way. We're not getting out of the event horizon. Got it. I personally had found very little difficulty in wanting to stay with her while we're on long distance. Yeah, because you have no other options. You have no self-respect. Also take note that not only did she tell me this on my birthday, but it was also only an hour and a half before she would have to disappear for the rest of the day for track and field practice. Although she did end up leaving practice early to talk to me. She tells me that seeing other couples at her college makes her feel sad and that she wants to date other men out there. And that the distance is too much for her. No, she just found Richard. She found my good buddy Richard. My good buddy Richard is on all the college campuses. And all the freshman girls with long-distance boyfriends from high school find him. He finds her. Them. And boy, do they like Richard. They just can't get enough Richard. He's a great guy. Funny. Just, he's just not you. And remember, this is all out of the blue on my fucking birthday. Yeah! She met Richard. Not your Richard. Some other guy's Richard. Started to panic and break down, and she kept repeating, "I'm sorry, please don't be sad. There's no reason to be sad." I don't want to make you sad on your birthday. Well, then she shouldn't have called you. This is a lying bitch, okay? That's what this is. This is why when I heard, oh, it's a mental thing, no, that's an excuse. And usually when people abuse mental disorders, like it could actually be that there is such a thing as bipolar disorder. There could be such a thing as social anxiety disorder. But when 1 in 4 millennials have it, fuck all of you. All right? There are some genuine people that might actually suffer from a mental illness, and now people use this as an excuse so that they can have unacceptable and hypocritical and outright evil behavior. They can get away with things. Well, I can treat you like shit because I'm bipolar. It's the disease. I can treat you like crap and hold you up to impossible standards because I am a Christian. Those are some of the most evil, despicable people out there that have religion or a mental disorder, and they use it to lord their power over you. Okay? That's what Vaginismus had over here. Things got worse and worse until I eventually had a panic attack. I pulled myself back together, ran to the bathroom, and puked my brains out. After that was done, I somehow pushed myself in a much clearer headspace and realized how much of a fucking cunt she was. But there you go, dude! That right there is more advancement, more progress than guys usually make after 5 or 6 therapy sessions. That's awesome, you were right. And you are right. I'm not saying that to be vindictive. She led you on this entire time, no sex, you have a relation with the family. I mean, I'm really leaving a lot on the floor here. And all of a sudden, oops, well, and I guarantee you she is lying to you. She is lying. She could have just said, I found another guy, I'm actually sucking his dick. I was originally planned that her father would drive her back home for the weekend so she could come over to my house to visit on Saturday and you could get blue balls. I live outside place, I'm not going to say where. And the family lives in a rich neighborhood. Oh, she's a rich cunt. Oh, great. Great. Don't date rich women. Date poor women because at least they have to work for it. Or formerly ugly fat women, late bloomers. Those are the type you want to date the ones that got to work for it. You don't date rich, good-looking women. You just don't. You just don't. And she goes to. She doesn't have her license. What a winner. I come back and say that this is probably just because we've been away and that she's seeing another person and would hopefully fix it. As it got later, things got worse, and she kept saying that I deserved better and I was amazing in every way. Oh, don't give me that bullet. You're the most amazing, wonderful man, but someday you'll find a girl. Not this girl here, because I'm with Richard. But she wasn't sexually attracted to me anymore, and she wanted to stay friends. Dude, she never was sexually attracted to you. That's where the vaginal snuffleupagus comes from. She said she had to call her mom and talk to her. Let's talk to the rich mom. She came back and said that she thought seeing each other in person on Saturday would just be buying time. And at 10 p.m. on my 19th, she broke with me over the phone. I texted her father again, and I saw as a friend. Her father figured out, told him the situation. From his text response, it really seemed he was disappointed his daughter for dumped me. He thinks I was amazing boyfriend. Was always fantastic and patient to her. He said that he is completely fine if I want to continue to keep in touch with him. One of the next times I meant her a comfortable feeling. That sounds like a good dad. Yeah, he's a cool guy, but you know what? You can't bother him. You can't. You're gonna put him in a real bad situation. Okay, and I'm not saying down the road don't ask him for advice. But you gotta let this one go. Okay. Maybe 5 years from now when you graduate, say, hey, Mr. So-and-so, I want to say thank you very much, but this is a fight you got to carry on your own. Okay? He can't do anything for you. What's he going to do, force his daughter to go out with you? You can't do that. And trust me, you don't want to be going out with this girl, which is what I told you the first time, if I remember correctly. I honestly think I'll miss him and his kindness. He's shown me more than my ex. Yeah, that I can say that for a couple guys. If the fathers were around. It's another one. If the dad ain't around, that's kind of another sign. Because of the program I was accepted to for college, I do not start school until January. I'm currently working full-time as a place. However, the place is only a minute walk up the street, and all my friends have gone to school already. Looking back now, I know she's a shitty person. Good man. But talking about our days to each other was really the highlight of my day. Yeah, because you have nothing else, dude. And you're typically, if you have a significant other in your life, they're usually the number one thing. So I can understand, but let's face that fact. You had nothing else. And most 19, 18, however old you are, kid, you have nothing else. You have school, and maybe you have that girl, all right? You don't have your career yet. You got debt. Maybe you got your job. You still got sports or whatever activities you were in school. But you got to fill that up with something else. Namely you. I would read the article, although it's not intended for this particular purpose, but it teaches the importance of self-improvement. Read the article, The Authoritative How Do I Get the Girls? Okay, I wrote it, search it, you'll find it. And read the last half because it tells you what to focus on at the age that you are now, and not really worry about girls. You just don't have the time. And you know what? Do you want to go through this shit again? I don't think you ever will go through this shit again. I don't think it will ever get as bad where you throw up. It's only uphill from here. It's only going to improve from here because this is as bad as it gets. This happens to every guy. But do you want something similar or not as bad but still pretty darn bad like this to happen to you again? Well, then let's start focusing on self-improvement. And I would be reading The Rational Male, Return of Kings. Watch Rich Cooper's video. Not his one video, but his channel, Entrepreneurs in Cars. You gotta, when you got some time, listen to that stuff on your headphones. Take it in, it'll all become very clear. Looking back now, I know she's a sweet person. My father tells me it may take time, but eventually she will realize that there are very few guys willing to be kind and patient to her as I was. No, your dad is a nice guy, and he is true. You were nice and kind, but you were also a dupe. Now, admittedly, nicely, naively, because you're so young, you didn't know any better. She is getting fucked right now, okay? She lied to you. That is what should really piss you off about probably what is the most important thing to a man in a relationship, and that is sex. And women can go fucking jump off a cliff if they don't like that. You're not going to change that genetics about men. She lied to you about arguably the most important thing in a relationship. And now she's such a coward. She's saying, oh, it's not you, it's me. You're in a wonderful... No. She's just doing that so she can go fuck another guy. Okay? This is a despicable, vile person, which I told you before. I said you should go drop it, be done with it. But here and now, I'm just saying, forgive yourself. Your dad's a little bit wrong. She will realize that there are very few guys willing to be as kind and patient to her as I was, especially considering she refuses sex. No, I don't think she's capable of that. I think she's that stupid. All right? I don't think she's gonna... And she's cute enough. You sent me some pictures. I was like, She's cute enough, but there's enough guys who are going to throw themselves at her. She will not learn her lesson. She won't. She's too pretty. She's not gorgeous, but she's too pretty. She's pretty, and let's put this. She's pretty enough, no one's going to set her straight. There'll always be someone else to bail her out or lie to her. It may take years. She will eventually regret it and possibly crawl back, and if that happens, it's my decision to go for that. She's not going to come crawling back. There will always be other guys. She is good-looking enough. Maybe when she's 40. See, that's what happens. It's like, I didn't think it would happen, but it does happen. Like, and they never come crawling back, but you look at them afterwards, you're like, holy shit. And I'm trying to think. There's this initial, I was going to say it usually outranks or becomes standard, but there's this initial, like, party, like, but then you, like, look, and you're like, wow, that's fucked up. You are fucked up. Your life sucks. You are complete, like, and you feel pity. You don't even get to the you just kind of no, not even to my worst enemy. Yeah, see ya. You don't even feel like bragging. A couple times the old captain had that opportunity. What are you doing now? Not much. Just, day to day, that kind of thing. Really? No, just, working, that's all, It's good to see you again. Yeah, good to see you too. And they're like, and you almost don't want to see him again out of sadness. So that's not going to happen. If it is going to happen, Chad Thundercock will dump her and she'll come crawling back to you. You're not taking her back. Remember the money you paid? Remember? Let's learn this time. If she comes back, no. She'd have her hymen tested. Yeah, let's see the hymen. Let's see that. Oh, hey, it's gone. Oh, let me guess. The Mary Christ, the virginal birth, right? The virginal hymen removed. In the nearly 1.5 years I spent with her, she made me so incredibly happy. And no, she didn't, dude. She, and all this just came completely out of nowhere instantly on my birthday, no less. I feel like fuck. What should I do from here, Cappy? Well, okay. I know there's that one time you charged a kid $100 and told him to stop being a bitch, but more than anything, I just really need reassurance and idea what to do with my life before I start my freshman year of college. Thank you so much, Aaron. I won't mention that there. Well, I kind of told you when you told me that you have nothing in your life now, that she made you she's the happiest part of your day. Well, God, dude, sometimes life is not meant to be happy. Sometimes life is meant to be sucking at life, not sucking at life, but embracing the suck, working hard, and all you do is work. My college years, it was 3.5 years of full-time work, full-time school. And not to keep bringing it up, but to show you I did it and to let you know that if you want to get ahead in life, you got to put in the effort early on. And even then it didn't succeed. I had to still work a lot of extra hours and save and script and all that other stuff. But you have to fill your life with you. Not, oh my God, I'm amazing. But you got to go and do something with your life. Career, lifting weights, getting interesting hobbies of interest to you, and making sure that when you die, whether there was a girl along the way or not, you say, I didn't piss away my time. Because that's the thing, and I know your hormones are all telling you, young boys, one thing, oh, you got to get the girls. And I understand that it's genetics, it's hormones, it's purely academic, me telling you, your frontal brain, hey, you got to do other stuff. Yeah, I know, back at girls, boobies. Yeah, I know, I was there too. What you have to look at is not today, but what if you keep doing this 30 years out? Hell, one guy was telling me about this guy who was 55 years old, off his third divorce, and now he wants to get married a fourth time because his entire life has all been defined by having a woman in it. And what I'm trying to tell you is that guy, he's 55. Let's say he gets married for another 10 years, he's divorced for a fourth time. Now he's 65, he's looking death at his front door. He's going to look back at his life and it's been wasted. Now you're 19, freshly off the assembly line 19. And if we can get every 19-year-old boy or girl in the United States to look at themselves and say, okay, what should I do with my life? What kind of a person am I? Regardless of whether there's a member, a loved one of the opposite sex in your life. You got to fill your life with you and whatever you want to do. Now, being a real man, that means you got to get a career. Well, you're already working on that, going to school. Okay, cool, for a real degree. Then you also got to do fun stuff that you want to do, right? I'm not saying follow your heart and money will follow. I'm saying hobbies that you know you're not going to make no money on, but maybe you get lucky and you make an entrepreneurial gig on, all right? Then you got to go to the gym and be strong. That's just how it is, all right? I'd also recommend in your case right now, you start doing cardio because it's going to make you feel better. You get a runner's high. And then running will keep you in really good shape for the rest of your days. I'm not saying run 10 miles. In my worst days, I was running 11 miles. I want you getting running about 3 miles every other day. Then get up to 6 every other day. Don't blow out your knees. You're going to feel better. Then you got to do some high. And if you make some friends, cool. Go make some friends. And I want you to form the best you. And that doesn't happen like that. It will take years. First, you got to get a degree. Then you got to get a job. Then you got to work at that for a while. Then you got to have a side hustle. Then you got to work out. And what girls will see is the buddings, the initial saplings of a man, a great man in formation, the embryonic formations, the dust particles that inevitably will form a star, and some girls will be attracted to that. But those are only the very savvy girls. Like, well, he's got straight A's, and he's in engineering, and he works out, and well, I know he doesn't have a fancy car, but he's got his own place, and there's very few women that are that savvy. It's not until you get enough mass do you actually ignite a star, and then people can see you among millions of other stars with a lot of daddy's money and pre-made density and mass that, a giant star, a super luminous star. And all that time you got to realize that you are going to get more women, quality women, in the long run if you focus on yourself. But it's not going to happen overnight. And you cannot take this girl and replace her with another one. I mean, you can, but it's not going to solve your problem. Right? So what you do now is you start working on Fortress You. You form the star of you. And you start working hard, you get your career, you get your education, Certainly date. There will be girls along the way. And you sent some pictures here. You're a good-looking kid. Yeah, let's do Tony Stark rule. You can either connect it or you don't. If you can't connect it, you don't grow facial hair. All right? I don't see no land bridge here. You got scumbag Lizzie with his thing, got a little dirt. No. Shave that all off. Maybe a goatee down here. That's about it. That's all out right now. But until you can connect this land bridge, you don't have facial hair. Because you just look like some white piece of trailer trash. That's like, dude, dang! Look like the guy with this hat that says Scotch from South Park on it. Anyway, but you are a good looking dude. Full set of hair. Look at that. You're set to go. And you're not skinny fat. You're just young. Oh, you skinny fat. It's like, no, the kid's 19. He still has baby fat on him. And then here's your girlfriend, I think. You sent me a picture of 3 girls. I banged the 2 to the right, not yours. Yeah, she's all right. Yeah, look at that smile. Look at you. Yeah, dude, dude, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, look at you. You're fine. Here's another thing. Until you start losing your baby fat, it's just young guys. You just don't. Girls aren't attracted to young guys. They want like a slightly older guy. So when you can connect this, yeah, go ahead, grow your goatee. But I could see it. You're a young, good-looking kid. You're going to be really good-looking when you're my age. Unfortunately, that's 20 years from now. But don't worry, man. You hit the gym. Maybe get the chiseled where you get not dimples, but there's so little fat in your cheeks it starts to pull in. Age helps with that, but so does a no-carb diet. You're fine. Decide probably best YouTubes. But before you bend me over and fuck me up for my own good, please do take note. I really did love her and compassion. And the compassion shown by her and her family. Yeah, of course. You're a human. We'll kick that out of you. I know the best case scenario would have been to end things when she said she didn't want sex when we were 3 months in, but I sincerely thought she'd change as I was her first boyfriend. And I fucked up again after learning the truth about the 4 months, but again, remember, I really did love her. I don't doubt for a second you loved her, dude. I know. And it sucks. Now you'll be a little bit more judicious when you hand your love out to a woman. Okay? You're going to make sure that there's no bullshit. Here's the real problem you run into. This is when you got to look at. When you fall in love with a girl and she's got a deal breaker. That's a real hard one. And you act on that deal breaker. That's the one where you're like, God dang, why can't you? And that's the problem because you're human. You love the girl even though you know it's not going to work out. And you decide not to date the girl. That's when you've really crossed into manhood. Because it's going to be horrendously painful. I've attached pictures of myself. Not really sure what you could do with them, but just so you could have them for making the video. If you could send me an honest course of dating I should shoot for with my looks, I'd appreciate. You're not dating. You're every 19-year-old kid. You put dating number 1. You put girls number 1. I want you to put girls number 5, 6, 7, or 8 behind your education, your career. Yes, intern if you should be focusing on finding an internship before you find a girl. Number 3, a job of some kind to put food on the table or make sure your student loans aren't that bad. Number 4, and these are all requirements, by the way. These are not, well, you got to go to school, but these are options. No, these are all you must be doing this. You're going to hit the gym. And number 5, I want you finding some kind of fun thing for you to do. You can't work all the time. It sucks. It warps you. It fucks you up, all right? You got to go have fun. Not with girls. Hang out. You can have fun with girls like co-ed volleyball or something like that, but you're not chasing girls. Especially now in the state you're in, you're not chasing girls. You're done. Okay? If a girl comes by and it works out, she's like, yeah, I want to have sex. That's their first. If in case you were wondering, women don't walk up to you and say, hey, I'd like to date and I would like to have sex. I have a pro-sex policy. Women don't normally say that first couple of sentences when you first get to know them. But I'm not saying you don't date. Like if a girl asks you out, which is rare, or there's a girl that's really hitting on you or making it seem, they'll let you know. Or there's a girl you really want to ask out. All right, I never leave any leaf that I unturned that I shouldn't want to have unturned. And oh wow, I got to ask her. Okay, then you go ask her out. All right, no problem. But your energies, your calories, your worries, your frets, all your psychological energy should be towards those 5 things. School, internship, work, gym, fun. All right? That's it, fun. Non-sexual fun. You go out and all you. And you're good looking enough, some girl will, you will tickle her fancy and she will, oh, hi. Bobby, his name's not Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Oh. Hey, how would her name be? Her name would be Natasha. She'd have long red hair and big cans. Hey, hi, big cans, Natasha. How are you? Oh, hi, Bobby. Say, you really know how to do your calculus. Yes, I do, big-titted Natasha. You want to come over and bang me? Help me with my differential equations? I will, yes. And then we will bang, and it'll be wonderful. That doesn't happen either. No, just focus on you. That's what you're going to do. I've been starting to try and DM girls now who are going to my college to test the waters and maybe start something. No. Yeah, if you want to waste your time, go ahead. Like, if you're stuck waiting for the bus, or you're in a line at the grocery store, or you really, really, really have nothing else going on, okay, fine, you go swipe right or left or whatever it is on the Insto chat, or the Snapplegram, or the Doodly Wigs. Doodly Wigs, the new app by Aaron Clary, who you stand out there and you say, hey. Girls respond first, but guys respond second, only after you all pay a big-ass fee, and no one gets laid. It's the newest dating app ever. All my friends have disappeared to college, and this girl was the only person I talked to. Yeah, you got nothing else to do. And confirm whether or not I was right or wrong. You were right, but I felt she was out of my league. She was not Dude, listen to how sad you sound right now. A girl that wouldn't have sex with you, and was very average looking, by the way. You are a full point hotter than her. I'm no homo. But you look to me to be about a 7. You'll grow to be an 8.5 as you're older, assuming you don't get fat and you stay in shape. She was a 6.5, maybe 7. You throw in the fact she doesn't have sex, she's a 0. Because looks become pointless if you're not going to have sex. That tree won't have sex with me. All right, well, I guess it's a 0. Just like this girl won't have sex with me. Well, I guess that's a 0 too. She wasn't out of your league. She was just the only one. Because you have nothing else going on in life. You're a loser. You're a loser in that regard. But all 19-year-old boys are losers because none of you have anything going on in your lives. You must build something going on in your life that is not a girl. If she does try to come back, she won't. Which I hate to say, I doubt. I would tell her that I would come back if she got her driver's license and would have sex. No! Son, you didn't learn the most important lesson about this, did you? She lies. I don't care how convoluted she made it. I don't care what excuse they put in front of you. Anybody, male or female, that blames their horrendous and unforgivable behavior on a mental disorder, a mental illness, or a religion are worse than liars. They're cowardly liars. I mean, it's the difference between Democrats and thieves. Thieves at least got to go up to you and risk their life that they come up to you with a knife and you got a gun. Or there's a chance you might fight back. Or they get caught by the cops. Democrats vote to take your money away, so it's legal, but it's still theft. This is like the Democrats. She's as bad as the Democrats, which is worse than a liar and a thief. She's not going to tell you the truth right to your face. She's not going to lie. She's going to be like, oh, I got the vaginismus. Oh, that's why I can't do it. Richard! No, you're not getting back together with this girl ever. Ever. She is a bad person. She is evil. She is a liar. In regards to the birthday thing, believe me, I'm not giving her slack. No, you're not talking to her again. She's gone. She's gone. And it's good she's gone. I'm fairly certain she didn't do that on purpose. No, I don't think she did it on purpose, but it shows you how little she thinks about you and how selfish she is. She had bought me a $600 gift and offered to still mail it to me, but I denied. No, dude, I'd take it. I would take that. Take the $600 gift. Old Cappy will tell you a story. I dated this girl, and she was Asian. And because she was from Asia. However, she had lived here in the United States for a while, so she's American national, but ethnically Asian. First generation. And so she was very afraid to drive in the city. I'm like, okay, I understand. You're from, where was she from? One of the big ones, Shenzhen, Saigon, Beijing. I don't know if it was China or Vietnamese. Anyway, a big, big town, and you would take scooters or bus or whatever. So I understood, and she's female and she's Asian, so she's a driver. She's like, I'll drive. Don't kill anyone. Let the people of Minnesota live. Worse than drunk driving. Oh my God. So I'll pick you up. So I remember this gal lived 30 miles away, and I have to haul my ass out to the burbs. This is when I lived in the city, and we'd go drive around, and then I'd take her back. And by the third date is that's definitely kiss, and likely, hey, invite me into your place for a drink, and we make you with the bam bam. So third date, I'm driving around to get back to her place. And I'm like, it wasn't even a debate. I'm like, I'm going to get a kiss, and we should, in theory, go into her house. And so I go into going for the kiss. I get the cheek. I think I was like, I was in my 30s, like 30 or 31. And I'm like, what the fuck is this 8th grade bullshit? So she says, oh, sorry, I'm not ready until, what was it? Some bullshit. That she had kids that had to graduate. I think that's what it was. She had like these 2 little kids, and they had to graduate from high school before she'd consider dating. And I got pissed. That's what it was, because this was going to be like a 14-year wait. And I just pissed away how much of my time and money and gas driving you around. I remember we'd go salsa dancing. We'd do this. This was Clary in his top game. I'm like, fucking lying. So I said, and I was smart enough not to yell. And, okay, yeah, cool, we'll see you later. So sure enough, she emails me this letter. I'm sorry if I misled you, this and that and that. And she had gone to the extent to calculate how much I spent in gas and time and wrote me a check. And you know what I did? I cashed that motherfucker. I cashed it. And I still didn't say boo to her again. I'm like, money? Yep. Yep. This helps me. And I can still treat her like the bitch she was. I get stuff. You maybe get that $600 gift, kid. I feel it was more she brought it up so on the ball. So the ball got rolling more and more in the conversation. In her mind, she crossed the point of no return. Get the gift. Take the $600. If you don't use it, cash it in. Get $300. I know the story has been spread out over a few years, so if you like it, bada-ba. Yeah, dude. This happens to everyone. This had a little bit of a curveball on it with the vaginismus. You did everything fine. You're innocent. You're a good guy. You did nothing wrong. The reason we bust everybody's balls here and kick people's asses because you boys do not have the time or the energy or the reserves or the backup, especially when you're going to college, especially when you're dirt poor, and especially when you got no income making potential. You do not have the armor to take this damage and waste this much time, effort, energy, and emotion and psychic energy, or psychological, not psychic, psychological energy on girls that aren't worth your time. And because the number one thing in your mind is girls, because you're genetically programmed that way, and they are in the worst mental state these girls could possibly be in. They're not mature, they're at their peak of sexual power, everybody is singing their praises, every guy wants to bang them. You could not choose a worse time to fall in love. And you're just not ready. This is like Luke Skywalker going up against Vader the first time. Not only does he find out he's his dad, he loses his arm. That's pretty much every guy's got to go through that. Well, after he trains with Yoda and this and that, and okay, then he can take on Vader later. But you're not ready now, okay? You go practice with Yoda in the swamp. A lot more. A decade more. So then when you're 29, and I know it seems a long time away, and it is, you're not going to be as susceptible. You won't be as prone to give your love away to a girl. You'll have other stuff going on. So if a girl says, hey, boobies, you're like, yeah, I've seen those before, and I got to make an engineering convention right now. So you going to suck my dick or not? Oh, you don't have sex? That's cute. Next! And it doesn't hurt, and you're not wasting your time that much anymore. And maybe you get well, not free. Maybe you're reimbursed for your gas money. Winning. So I'm sorry, kid. That's the ropes. That's what it is. You didn't do anything wrong, but let's not make that mistake again, all right? And if you don't know why, maybe it's good to go with some principles until you find out why. You don't have to know, why is it I shouldn't why is it I shouldn't pet scorpions? Well, I don't know why, but maybe it's a good policy you just don't in the meantime. So some good rules. You don't date girls who won't have sex. You don't date girls that claim to be on some kind of medication prescription for some kind of made-up mental illness. And it doesn't matter if they actually have the illness or they're lying about it to get attention, because in either case, they're both fucked up. It's almost worse when they're lying about it. At least if they actually have a mental condition that, well, they didn't control that, so there's an element of forgiveness, but they still be crazy. When they lie about it, that's worse. That's evil. That's attention whoring. You don't date born-again Christians. You don't date recently converted people. You don't date leftist girls. Seriously, anyway, because they're all leftist. You don't get emotional. You don't fall in love. You date them until they convince you that they're worth dating some more. More rules in bachelor pad economics. I'm sure I'll outline some stuff there. But let's just go. And you are number one. Self-improvement is number one. Okay? And it always will be number one, because once you put women first, now you are taking anything valuable that you offer to women and saying, I need you to give me value. Women don't like that. They want the guy who has value because he's got other shit going on. Do you want to go out? No, I got work to do. Oh, okay. Yeah, you damn right, okay, because that's how this world works. That's how I make my living. That's how I get this shit done. Those crazy Aaron Cleary adventure. The motorcycle ride, that comes from me putting work first, even ahead of myself. You got to do the same. So, learn from this mistake. Learn from this horrendous experience. Make sure you don't make the same mistakes again. And that's the definition of progress. Progress is replacing big problems with slightly lesser ones. Not making horrendous mistakes, making completely new but slightly less horrendous ones. That's progress. All right, you boys got questions, go to Uncle Cappy over at assholeconsulting.com, where I, the world's only professional asshole and America's older brother, will yell at you for money. And trust you me, it's worth giving me the money so that you don't suffer the pain and agony. What else? We got books, Bachelor Pad Economics, all that. But you know what? Check out everything in the description below. I'll put all my links down below. Click on them. We got 2 podcasts. Tune into the Older Brother podcast. If your dad is not around, or your mom divorced him, or you're a pussy, tune into the Older Brother podcast. Share, like, subscribe, all that other crap. We'll see you all later. Toodles.